Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back, you guys. Man, we are back today with some My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 63. I believe this is, when I was looking on the like season tier list, I think this is the last episode of Season 3. So we're about to move on to Season 4. Last episode, just real fast, guys, we met the big three, I think is what they were called, which were like the three, not top ranked students at the school, but like they were like the three upperclassmen or whatever you want to call them, the student council, the however you phrase it. But that's basically what they were called. And they're meeting these guys, and these guys are, I think, going to tell them about like the whole what was it called? It was like these extracurricular activities that you can do where you're basically kind of like what we did in season 2, right? Was it where we kind of met like with all these pro heroes, and you got to go kind of do like stuff with them and kind of experience real life heroism and stuff like that. It's a very similar process here, but it's like extra credit. These ones are not actually a required course, but it's like an extra credit course type of a thing. It's kind of how they described it. If I'm way off, you guys are gonna have to let me know. But a couple other things, guys, just for me personally. I am finally back on days working my normal job, like that I do on day shift. I'm off of the overnights now, so it definitely still is taking me like a little bit to get used to being back on a normal sleep schedule, because like I was supposed to record yesterday because I worked yesterday, but I had today off and I wanted to record last night. But the problem is like, dude, because I've been on this weird sleep schedule trying to get back to normal, I'm so tired still, like all the time. Like I'll feel fine while I'm at work because I usually work 4 a.m. till 2 p.m. and I'm fine while I'm at work. And then I get off of work, I get home, and then it's like, okay, I start to feel exhausted a little bit. Then I got my workout done yesterday, and I was like, all right, I feel a little bit more rejuvenated. Made dinner for me and the wife and the kids. And when I finished eating dinner, dude, I'm telling you, I was like, I was struggling. I was like, dude, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. And I somehow ended up making it to like 9:30. And then me and my wife were like, all right, we're gonna watch Maze Runner. And we decided to watch Maze Runner next. I was probably out 10 minutes into that movie, dude. So definitely still struggling a little bit. So again, I apologize to my Patreon members. Like I am, videos are still like, we're still a week out. We've still been keeping that consistently while I've been on overnights, but I do plan on, like, once I kind of slow down a little bit and I kind of catch myself back up, I would like to push it out so that Patreon has 2 to 3 weeks out, and kind of keep that theme up and stuff and be ahead on my videos and stuff. So other than that, we're going to record a video today real quick because I am going golfing here shortly with a buddy of mine. So let's jump into it, guys. This is My Hero Academia. Season 3, episode 63. I believe the last episode of season 3, guys. Also, real quick, because we haven't done any of the plugs yet, but hey, if you haven't already, man, consider hitting subscribe, guys. We would love to have you here on the channel, guys. We drop My Hero Academia every Tuesday and Thursday, and we're doing Bleach every Friday. I'd like to add another anime in there, but I think I'm going to leave that up to the Patreon members to vote and pick something. So I'll probably pick a couple different options, throw them into the Patreon, and let everybody vote on that. So that also goes to that. If you guys do want opportunities to vote and stuff like that, and you guys want opportunities at this stuff early, unedited, all that kind of stuff, join us over on Patreon. Right now we have a free access for anybody who would like to join. There are other options if you choose to support the channel, and those of you guys who are choosing those options, I can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank any of you guys enough, but those of you guys who are truly going above and beyond, man, you guys absolutely are the reason that I love to do this and continue to do this, is because of the love and support, man. And I've actually been getting a lot of love on this channel, man. Just people commenting kind things and stuff like that. I have another channel where I do music reactions, man, and I'm starting to get to that point where I'm getting a lot more hate comments. Some of them are comical, but you know what I mean? It's always good to see somebody go, hey man, great job, keep up the work, or like, oh, I'm excited for you to see this. Like, it's just cool, Me as a reactor and someone who reacts to videos, like posting them on YouTube, but I also enjoy watching reactions myself. I wish nothing best for people to do these reaction channels, man. I love to watch these guys live these moments for the first time and watch these things happen, and hear what their thoughts are. And I'm not the kind of person who just gets mad when people just straight up don't understand what happened. It's like, dude, that's the beauty of the show. These shows have the ability to have people thinking so many different ways, and it's so crazy how this kind of stuff. Like lately, I've been on an Attack on Titan binge. That is definitely my 1A 1B favorite anime of all time, right there with Naruto Shippuden. So it's, yeah, I've been on a binge watching people react to that, and I love that, man. I love the emotion that people get out of it. I love the excitement people get out of it, the love they end up having for that same anime that I have. It's just great, man. But anyways, guys, I've talked your ears off. We're 5 minutes into this. I got to get this recording going so I can get going to golf. So let's jump into this, man. Unrivaled.
The best of the hero course. The big three.
He's kind of standing like with that
Of all the talented
salute
students
from
here,
Attack
they're
on
the ones
Titan.
at the
Except
top.
for he's just got a
They're on
double.
a different level. Still in school, but practically pro heroes.
They don't look all that special to me. Except the girl, she's pretty hot.
Target acquired.
Oh, okay,
Zoom
we
and
knew
enhance.
Bubbles was going to be right up on that, man.
The guy from outside. I can't believe it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this guy. He was
I
like
could only see his face,
face
then, so I
appearing
didn't
through the
recognize him.
floor and
But I know
walls.
who he is. He was in the sports festival I watched from home last year. He didn't do very well, but he definitely left a strong impression.
Bro's
If I
naked, bro.
remember
What are we
correctly, the other
doing?
two didn't take any medals home either. And yet, they're UA's big three. I wonder how they got that title.
Get to it.
Me too. If
Introduce
they didn't
yourselves briefly.
win or do
Let's
anything
start with Amajiki.
extraordinary with all that, how'd they get there? What's his name?
What's with that
Ajiku?
look?
So much intensity in a single glance.
What?
It's no good. You two go. I just can't. Even if I try to imagine them as potatoes, I can see their human bodies.
Come on, Amajiki. You need to have the heart of a lion, not a kitten. Even though you're human. Get what I mean? This is our kitten, Tamaki Amajiki.
Our kitten?
And hi, my name is Nejire Hato. I'm supposed to talk about work studies. You first years have a really exciting time ahead of you. Hey, wait, hold on.
Dude, her voice
Why
actor
are you
sounds
wearing a
super familiar.
mask?
Where-
Is it 'cause you're feeling sick?
I gotta
Or
pinpoint
just trying
where
to
her
look
voice is
cool?
from.
Well,
Oh, whoa! And you must be Todoroki, am I right? Yeah! How'd you get that big burn on your face?
Actually, you know what?
And Ashido, if your horns break.
Is her voice actor the same voice actor as what's the girl from the show? Why I'm terrible with name, guys. Again, I apologize, man. Some people get pissed when you just don't know their names, but the crazy girl that I keep calling Harley Quinn from this exact show, dude. She sounds just like her. I wonder if it's the same voice actor.
Off. You
Or
think you'll grow
actress.
new ones? Oh, and can you wiggle them?
Same VA.
Minetta, are those balls your hair or what? I don't get it. I don't get a haircut.
balls?
Oh, Asui,
My
you're a
balls?
tree frog, not a gross toad, right? Oh my goodness, there's so much I want to know about every one of you. Let's have a Q&A.
She wants to know everything about my balls. I'll spill my secrets. Come get up close and personal.
Nah, she wants to know everything
Ojiro,
about my
can you support
balls.
your entire body weight
That's
with that tail
wild,
of yours?
man.
well, you see,
Come on, tell me. I really want to know.
This is completely irrational.
oh, there's no need for you to worry, Eraserhead. I'm up next, and I'll get the audience refocused. The future's gonna be... Gonna be what? Awful! That's your part, guys! Well,
Awful.
crap! My call and response was a total fail!
Is it just me, or does it seem like each one of them is a complete weirdo? What's the deal?
Their strangeness is palpable.
Okay, you guys look like you have no idea what's going on. I guess we are third years who just showed up in your classroom to explain a program that's completely voluntary. I can see how you'd be confused by that. You guys got your provisional licenses as first years, right? Huh. This batch of new students has proven to be pretty darn energetic. So the problem is, you must not have a sense of humor. That's why my joke didn't land.
He looks like a very
Do it.
cartoonish-y,
Heads
goofy
up, the
version
rad new
of
plan is all
All
you
Might
first
when he was
years fight
younger.
me at once.
For real?
Oh yeah, so it's real. Mirio, you're impossible. It would have been simple enough for us to just tell them. This is what it's like. Here's what we learned from it. Not everyone has your level of drive.
Not to mention we took down some legitimate villains. I don't think you need to worry about hurting us. We're not a bunch of wannabes.
Heard, but you're gonna have to show me that's the truth. Now, who's gonna start this party?
I've got this.
No, I'm first.
You stole my thunder!
So
It's
we
a
know
good
that this guy can go
opportunity for
through
you.
things, so I think
Oh, the problem child.
He can
Yes,
probably
this is
just
perfect.
avoid,
I heard you got plenty
punch,
of
right?
fire in ya.
The top student at UA. If I'm gonna spar with someone, he's the best opponent I could ask for.
Thanks for the opportunity, man! The opportunity to kick your butt!
Gonna go ahead and throw him.
Why did your clothes just fall off?
Oopsie, my quirk's kind of tricky.
Bad move. You're open.
Oh, dude. Yeah, see.
That's it. His quirk lets things pass through him.
It's kind of like
It's an
Obito when
amazing
you fight
power.
him and
What should
from
I do?
Naruto.
Went for the face, huh?
What's this?
Where'd he go? I think I'll start by taking out the long-distance fighters.
Bro, his whole ass is just out, man.
In my opinion, he's the person who's closest to taking the spot of #1 hero. That's including the pros.
Including the pros. That's a bold statement to make, especially for a student.
He got more than half of them in an instant. A student, but closer to being #1 than most heroes.
You're not gonna fight? You must be interested in taking the top spot yourself.
I didn't even get my provisional license, though.
Well, he's certainly calmed down.
There's more to his quirk than we're seeing. Whether his true power is slipping through matter, or whether he's somehow warping himself through space. Either way, he's still landing his attacks directly. We should be able to counter him in the moment he's about to make contact. Even if we can't tell what he's doing, we should theorize with what we do know, and use that knowledge to find a way to beat him.
He went under!
I bet he'll probably come up. There!
He wasn't surprised? He predicted this is where I'd be. Pretty smart. Watch this! An ultimate move! Blinder touch eyeball crush! I discovered that most people try to launch a counterattack just like you did. So naturally, I've trained to work around such moves. Nice try, though.
Nice try, though.
Problem is, he needs to learn how to hold back.
So
I
what
tried
is
to
his
make
two
it so you
quirk?
wouldn't see my willy. Sorry if you got a peek.
What?
But anyway,
What?
that's a taste of what it's like to fight me.
Tried to make it so
Leo
you
just
wouldn't
got
see my
punched in the
willy.
stomach without ever knowing
Bro is
what was going
wildin',
on.
man.
Right, so what do you think? Isn't my quirk strong?
Yeah, it's too strong!
That's not fair! Mine's nothing in comparison! How can you slip through things and warp? Do you have two powers like Todoroki does?
Nope, just the one.
Just one.
I know, I'll tell you what his quirk is. Hey, can I say it? Permeation! Cool, right?
Otto, let Mirio explain his own power.
Yup, I've got a sweet quirk that's called permeation. What you guys thought of as a warp was, you guessed it, simply an alternative application of that power. Oh, sorry, Hado.
So how
Permeation?
exactly do you warp? Huh?
I activate my quirk in my entire body. Then I can pass through anything I want, no sweat. Everything. That includes solid ground. Whenever I release my quirk while I'm falling, something super strange happens. Apparently, things with mass can't overlap. That's called physics. So I get repelled upward. Think of it this way. The ground spits me out and I fly up into the air. That's how my warp works. By adjusting the direction I'm facing or the pose I'm holding, I can change the angle I come out at so I can aim at different spots.
That sounds like a buggy video game.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
You're able to avoid any attacks, and you can move where you want in an instant.
That's a
Oh, you were
crazy
born
ass
with a
quirk,
really
bro.
strong quirk.
Not true. My power's only strong because I made it that way. While my quirk is activated, my lungs can't take in oxygen. Even if I breathe in, the air will just pass through. In the
Oh,
same
so he has
way,
to hold
my
his
eardrums
breath.
don't work, and light can't go through my retinas. I can pass through everything, but that means I can't feel anything while I'm in that state. Even though I have a body, I can't stop falling. I could probably keep going down forever. Does that make sense? That's why if I want to go through something like, say, a wall, I have to concentrate really hard. I'll activate everything except one leg. Then I release the other leg and land on it.
Damn, bro.
Man, if I were in a hurry, I would mess that up every single time.
Seriously, if you can't feel
He actually
anything,
broke that
how are
down
you
really,
supposed
really
to
well.
move?
Growing up, I was always behind, as you might expect. In no time, I dropped to dead last. I dropped my pants a lot, too. In order to get to the top with this quirk, I couldn't just hope that things would get better. I had to think. I learned to make combat decisions and picked up a few new tricks. But above all, I learned to predict what would happen next. And what made those predictions possible in the first place was experience. I based my predictions on what I'd learned. This was kind of a roundabout way to get the point across, but that's why I wanted to fight, to show you through experience rather than words. I transformed the experience I got in my work study into power. That's how I got to the top spot. And it's why I think they're worth it, even if you're scared. You with me, first years?
turn experience into power.
He even gives pep talks like a pro.
I can't believe he went through all of this for us, even though he could have just explained it.
So these really are different. I did kind of feel like I missed out on stuff in my internship.
We have to keep climbing.
And be plus ultra.
I need to get my provisional license soon, or I'll be left behind.
Let's
Facts.
get back to class now. Say thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, so do you think we got the point across? Maybe not.
I'm just glad I didn't have to do anything. Let's be grateful to Miria.
At first, his quirk was something that held him back. But still, he made the most of his power. He got as much experience as he could and learned how to predict people's actions. He's not standing at the top of UA because he was born strong. He worked incredibly hard to get to that point.
His walk.
Hey, so we thought you hurt some of them on accident, you know, but no one was injured, so I think you did a good job. Way to go, Nerio.
The way he walks is just funny.
Close, though, a few
It kind of reminds me of the McGregor walk.
Yeah, but did anyone surprise you? I want to know. Come on, spill.
Well, I mostly defeat people using the element of surprise. It's my basic strategy in a nutshell. But that problem child analyzed my first round of moves, and then predicted what I'd do. I bet Sir would love to meet him.
Who's Sir? I was about to say, bro, is that it? Why this episode's
You've
flying by
learned
so
about
quick?
what a work study is from the Big Three, but it hasn't been decided yet whether or not you'll be allowed to do one. That won't be talked about until the faculty meeting. And if we're going to approve this, we'll have to think of how we'll handle the media. And that's all I can tell you for now.
I need to take some initiative. I can't just sit and wait.
Who's he gonna call? Gran Torino?
Yes? What can I help
Yes,
you
sir. Bro, how did I know it?
Work study? Wait, who is this again?
Who is this?
Will you be taking anyone for the program, Gran Torino?
Oh, finally remembered who I am, huh, big shot? Sorry, kid. I'm working on something else right now, so I can't help you out. Oh, wait, I know who you are. You're that useless successor who failed at the sports festival.
Damn, bro.
Why don't you go ask your master about it instead of calling me? He is supposed to be devoting himself to teaching now that he's retired, right?
But Mr. Aizawa said we should use the connections we got from our internships.
You can, sure, but that doesn't mean you have to go that route. Don't you think that All Might can introduce you to a bunch of new people? First one that comes to mind is his former sidekick.
This is former sidekick, the scientist guy?
Sir, I have news. You're low-key today, aren't you?
Let's hear the report, and to make it quick.
Yes, sir.
Is this Sir?
One of the persons we're investigating is on the move. Overhaul, the head of the Shie Hasaikai. It appears he's made contact with the League of Villains.
Hey guys, I'm back, and I brought that dude. He said he wanted to talk to you, so here we are. He's quiet but pretty cool. He seems like a real creep.
Well now, you brought us a pretty big catch, huh, Twice?
The entrusted successor, and the successor released into the wild. Soon, they would meet.
To be continued 4th season, bro? Oh. Just like that, dude. That's the end of season 3. Let me make sure there ain't no post-credit scenes or nothing. You know, it'll all be in the end of the season and all. Okay, no post-credit scenes, guys. Dude. Okay, so we got a new... We got to meet the top hero, and his story was awesome. The fact that he said, hey, look, my quirk seems overpowered, but it's only this way because I worked at it, and I had to think about how to use my quirk in the best way, in the most efficient way possible, and he gained that through experience, which is actually kind of funny because this is kind of unrelated, but I'm a huge, like, Fortnite guy, and what's crazy is, like, you know, I've been playing the game for a while, and I just don't feel like I've gotten better. And I've been playing it a lot less and less and less because, you know, I've been doing YouTube a lot more, you know, work and football and just other things going on in life. But I've always wanted to just be better at the game, and I wanted to always, like, compete in tournaments. And I was always just like, dude, I'm not good enough. I'm just not, you know, my skill is like, I'm good, but I'm just not on that level, nowhere near it. And it's funny because one of the the pros clicks that I was watching a clip today on TikTok. He was saying in there, he's like, hey, you know, people want to be pros and they want to be great at this stuff, but it's like the best advice I have is it's like, dude, load up in these tournaments, load up in ranked, and go fight people. Like, go constantly go out there and gain the experience of fighting people, because that's how you get better. You don't get better by hiding in a bush or hiding in a car or like disengaging fights. Like, go fight people, go fight anybody you see moving, and get better. Learn from those. Watch the videos back. What mistakes did you make? That kind of stuff. And I feel like that was a lot of like what he was saying in here was like he learned from that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? He picked up on his mistakes. He corrected those mistakes. He found the way to use his quirk. And I love the way that he really spelled out how his quirk works, because I feel like nobody else has really ever said it like that. I think we just think of, oh man, this is an OP power. And he's like, this thing's going to be in like this. The power seems OP. Does that make sense? Like when I think about Obito's power, I don't know if anyone's seen Naruto or Naruto Shippuden or anything like that. Also, spoiler if you guys have not seen that, but when Obito uses his power, his is similar. Like he uses like this, he uses the, what is it called? Kamui? No, Kamui is Kakashi's. What is it called? I think it's basically the same thing. I can't remember what it's called, but he uses it and it allows him to manipulate his body into a different dimension. So when you go to punch him in the head, basically his body is technically in a different dimension, but you're seeing the physical body there, but you're like punching through air because his actual physical head is in another dimension, if that makes sense. And he can do that on multiple parts of his body. So when he's fighting, it's very difficult to fight because you're punching through him and then he's bringing, like, his body is coming back to the real world, so it's physical again, and then he's hitting you and such like that. And that's kind of how his was, but I love how he described it, where he was kind of like, dude, when I'm activating this quirk, it's like I'm seeing nothing. Like I lose all ability to light, because light goes through me as well, because even though, you know, it seems OP because you're physically going through me, the light's going through me, like everything is going through me, so my ability to breathe and all that kind of stuff is gone. And so I love just the way he spelt that out and the way that they like drew it up in that little diagram of how he does that, and his ability to, like, the fact that he took that and he has made it seem like it's an OP quirk, when in all honesty, it really isn't, unless you put the work into it. It's not that OP. But I love that episode, man. Season 3 behind us, guys. We're on season 4. I think we're like halfway through My Hero Academia at this point, guys. I don't know how many seasons are there. There's 7, right? 7 out right now, and an 8th season's the final season, if I remember right. I think that's how it is, but I don't know. I could be off. Somebody will have to let me know. But we're halfway through My Hero Academia, guys. This anime has been absolutely insane. I freaking love it so far, guys. It's been great, and we're on season 4, guys. That's crazy to me. We started this months back, man, and here we are halfway through My Hero Academia, dude. And it has been one hell of a ride. So I appreciate y'all, man. We'll catch you guys in season 4 of My Hero Academia. Deuces.